Yeah, good morning, everybody. It is so nice to see you here this morning. I see some new faces. I see some, I'm not going to say that. I see some wonderful people right here. And we are going to start this morning by introducing our board president, who is going to give us the announcements and tell us what's really going on here. Dave Friedman. You know, cognitive decline this semester. That's Dave, what's his name?
I'll take it. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Minyard, president of the board, not Dave Friedman, who is your guest speaker today. I'd like to welcome you all to the Center for Spiritual Living in Menifee Valley. We are a new thought community based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, which is rooted in the principles of the law of attraction and the power of positive thinking. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, we are happy that you found us. We are glad that you're here. We were expecting you, so again, I thank you for not disappointing us. In honor of spring and, of course, the season of new beginnings, this month is almost over, so I have this mantra for the month. If you will please all repeat after me. I embrace growth.
I embrace growth.
I embrace renewal.
I embrace renewal.
And I embrace the flow of life's constant changes.
And I embrace the flow of life's constant changes.
Take a deep breath with me. And one more time. I embrace growth.
I embrace growth.
I embrace renewal.
I embrace renewal.
I embrace the flow of life's constant changes.
I embrace the flow of life's constant changes.
Ready for the changes, right? All right, so if you all please silence your cell phones. As I say every week, cell phones are contagious. When one goes off, they will all go off. Dave, I see you laughing and grabbing your cell phone. He was patient 0 one time, and his went off, and everybody else's went off. So next week, our speaker is Reverend Robin Plant. She's been here before. And she's going to be speaking on swaying in the blossoming. Yeah, right. I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting. So, also our upcoming events inside your bulletin that you got at the door. There's a little insert that has a list of all of our community events going on. We have dancing, we have karaoke. This Friday we have the Arts Benefit Council is holding a big event here. There's going to be a live band. There's going to be food. I think it's barbecue. It's like $10 usually, and last month they had Indian food, and it was $10, and it was so good. And they give you heaps of food, so come on by. That's going to be this Friday evening. Also coming up, not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, is our community drum circle. We have it on April 2nd. This time it's at 6:30 here in the sanctuary. It's the first Wednesday of every month. So if you missed last month, you have a chance now to come to this one. No excuses. It is open to all. It's a $10 suggested love offering donation at the door. We do have drums available if you don't have one, or you can just sit and soak up the sounds. Of course, it's facilitated by our very own White Feather, who you want to say something about it real quick?
You know, I'm turned up with that.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I want you to come on out, and I want you to feel the rhythm of the drum. The drum is soulful. The drum is love. So we have Sister Bear and our dear chief from the Pachanga tribe will be here. The central drum that we've used for virtually 15 years that I've been here will be here that night. We'll also have my buddy Cliff Kreitz from our Twisted Trees project playing live music. We are the only drum circle that we have musicians playing live music. That's to give everybody a little rest and give you some little extra. And when it's all over with, I will treat you to a wonderful sound bath. So if you have your grandkids bring them, grandma, brothers and sisters, cousins, bring everybody through, because we are going to be rocking the house. I'll see you there on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thing. If you've never been to a drum circle, or if you've been to a ton of drum circles, this drum circle is unlike anything you've ever been to. So I highly recommend it. Make sure you stay after service today. We have some coffee and we have some treats. I heard somebody brought some apples. So for all the health nuts out there, we have apples. Not just sweets, but I heard we do have chocolate and some other cookies and stuff too. So
Are we gonna have arrows and apples?
I don't know about that. Will you tell? Also, if you'd like to volunteer as a greeter or an usher or kitchen helper or something, see me. Eloise is out today. She's not feeling under the weather, so everybody keep her in your prayers. You know, it's a rare occasion that Eloise is not here, so we're going to keep her high in thought and prayer today. If you'd like to become a member, you can find the blue membership forms on the entry table over there by the front door. If you have a prayer request for the week, you can place it in the prayer box located underneath the portrait of Ernest Holmes over there. For more information, you can like us on Facebook. Please like us on Facebook. Please follow us on Facebook. Please share us on Facebook. Please tell all your friends about us on Facebook because it's working. It really is. And we're getting a lot of interaction now, and people are starting to find us. Finally, this little diamond in the rough is getting some attention in the city, and we love it. So you can also visit our website, cslmb.org. I think I'm done. So if you will please repeat after me our mantra: open minds, open hearts, open arms, open at the top. Thank you all. Have a great week. David Friedman signing off.
David. Well, we can't all do right. You notice I'm the only one standing up here now. Eloise isn't here today, so I'm going to give us the invocation, and then we're going to hear from, what's your name? From White Feather to do the sound path. But we'll start now to center and with the invocation, invoking the Spirit within. And I am aware, I am confident that right now, right here where we are surrounded by and immersed in the presence of the infinite Spirit, God. As we sit back and relax in that presence, we know that there is one mind, the mind of God and our mind, reaching out to the universe, reaching out to everyone, every man, woman, child, all creatures. And our love is multiplied, and peace and strength and harmony is right here where we are right now. And we give thanks as I speak my word into the law, into the universe, into God. And so it is.
So it is.
President. And now a reading from the Science of Mind textbook under the 24th chapter. The mind of man is some part of the mind of God. Therefore, it contains within itself unlimited possibilities of expansion and expression. The mind of God is infinite. The mind of man is some part of this infinite, this creative mind of God. Therefore, the mind of man is as infinite as is man's capacity to understand his true relationship to God or Spirit. The mind of man is continuously unfolding into the greater recognition of its real plan in the creative order of the universe. It does not yet comprehend its own power or scope, but it does know how, in some measure, to consciously cooperate with the infinite. Spirit is really the only mind there is. It is eternal. It never began, nor will it ever cease to be. It is complete, perfect, happy and whole, satisfied and in peace with itself. The Spirit is the only conscious intelligence in the universe. Therefore, it is the only directive intelligence in the universe. Because the mind of man is the mind of God. It is to man what God is to the universe. God is Spirit. And so it is. And now, it really is my pleasure to get us started with a wonderful message this morning. And it is with great enthusiasm I will introduce this gentleman to us. And I don't have to introduce him. We know him. He's one of our favorite speakers, Mr. Dave Friedman.
Good morning. I'm Dave Friedman. How y'all doing today? Look at this great crowd. Yeah, you are. Happy spring. Thank you. Happy spring to you too. There's going to be coffee in the back after the service. Maybe we should have some now. It's nice to see you all coming out here. What a great energy you all have out here. It's growing and you can feel it, yeah? So today, I want to start off with a riddle. I got it. I lost it. What is it? My mind, my sunglasses, my phone, my keys. Where is it? You know, I don't even know. I had it a few minutes ago. And by the way, who is the I that I'm wondering where this thing went? I could be Minyard, I could be Green. I heard rumors, you may have heard a little bit about this last week, and I'm okay with that. I heard Reverend Jeannie's talk, it was good. How cool is it that we're putting this stuff out on the internet now so people get a chance to not only see it for the first time, but you know, sometimes when you're up here talking and you guys are out there listening, you hear something, it's like, wow, that was great. Can you do that again? Well, now you can. So go out and take it and actually own this stuff. She was good, and it was interesting hearing her. I got, as you can imagine, a completely different take on this, so I'm happy to share this with you. And I'm also going to talk about planting my intentions, or actually planting your intentions, because who cares about me, right? It's all about you. So let's just be clear on that. We're also going to talk a little bit about duality, oneness, you-ness, me-ness, and hopefully by the time we're done, something will start to make sense. We never know, we can hope. There's not going to be a definitive answer, though, you know what, we might start to circle an answer. Something might come clear. You might actually sneak up on a realization, entertain an aha, scare up a question that hasn't been answered. At the least, we're going to have fun today. That's what I think. I see what we're touching on, and you actually just touched on that. It's a beautiful thing. This idea of a spiritual being having a human experience. That comes up a lot in our teachings. What does that really mean? A spiritual being having a human experience. I was thinking about that. You know what? This isn't working. Isn't it great that we have backups? Which also means I get to walk around more. A spiritual being having a human experience, okay? What does that really mean? What does that even look like? So I had this visual of a spiritual being going to a Halloween party, dressed up as a human. So this is what we look like. So now the party's over. We take off the costume. What's left? Spirit. I mean, you can see nothing, but you can feel, you know, whatever it is that we want, right? So that's kind of cool. Does that mean that we don't really exist? Doesn't mean that? It's just a question we have to agree to argue about. We don't need to argue, we have to discuss it. Difference between argument and discussion is a discussion is a sharing of ideas. Tell me what you think, I'll listen, I'll tell you what I think, you listen. And that's okay, we both grow, we both experience, and arguing is somebody has to win. And nobody ever has to win. I mean, it's all good, it's all right, it's all kind of who we are. So, the human form as we know, what I call this meat suit, is temporary. Right? We're only here for a little while. And then what happens? The I that I am, the I that we are, then revert back to wherever it is that we came. Potentially to get ready to go to wherever we go next. Of course, there is no there. There's only here, right? So we leave here to go here in order to get ready to go here so that we can be here. Right? Okay. Isn't that weird that we all get that? So I also thought that this experience here, we can call that our matrix. Does it really exist? It exists because we decided that it exists. It exists because we agree on the fact that this exists. We're comfortable with it. We identify with it. We feel at home with it. Therefore, it exists. And it's been created out of, over time, on our experiences and our adventures, our perceptions, our knowings, or our understandings and our misunderstandings. And then these have all been clouded over time by memories, and you know how memories fade, wander in and out. We've changed our mind, they've been clouded by time. And so there's that. And the world that we see might be liberal, it might be conservative, might be both at the same time. It might be just, it might be unjust. It might be beautiful, It might be ugly, but it's all about all of this, all at the same time. It's all of your perception. How would you like to see it? You get to choose. And then that is the world that you live in. I think I shared with you the story last time about what happened to these two people when they went up to St. Peter's Gate. You ever know?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, I won't say it again. But we do understand that we live here, and we do love it here because we are comfortable here, and there's a little bit of a duality going on here because there's two parts here. Do we actually live on the planet Earth? Sure. At least for this talk, I'm going to assume that we do. So yes. Does God exist? Does Gus really exist? And for any new people here, Gus is God, universe, and spirit. Does Gus really exist?
Absolutely.
1 point for Gus. And is Gus present or separate from us? And there, I think, is where it starts to get a little foggy. Don't know the technology. So yes, this is where we figured out. If you don't feel all the time that you are one with everything always, then what's missing? I had it, I lost it. I want it. Where is it? It was right there, but I couldn't grab it. And then I had a realization. I know what it was. I know what I lost. I lost me. I didn't know where it went. I wasn't even sure that I lost it until after I found it again. I may have shared some of this with some of you before, but just a real quick thing. I was involved in this one part of my life. You know, I had a family once. I was doing the whole thing, and I had lost me in the middle of all that because I was trying to be a good dad, and a good father, and a good husband, and a good business partner, and all these other things for everybody else. I actually felt like I had been started to be pulled along in the wake of somebody else's dream, and I lost myself in the middle of that, trying to do all that. And of course, if you don't know who you are, and you're not being who you are, well, at least for me, I was miserable. And then the universe decided that I wasn't going to listen to all of the inner wisdom that I had, so it took everything from me. And it's kind of a drag. It's kind of a life curve that one has to go through. But looking back on it, it's the best thing that ever happened, right? I was separated from all those things that no longer served me. And what I had an opportunity to find, again, was me. Find out who I am. Find out what I'm actually part of. Well, I call this my garden. My life garden. Mine. Died. Because I wasn't paying attention to it. The universe grew weeds. My life was weeds. It was clogged up. It wasn't vibrant. It wasn't what I wanted to see, because that's what I allowed to grow, because I didn't have a clear vision, my clear vision of what it was that I wanted to live. And when the weeds cleared, and I was able to see what it was I wanted to create, then I was able to create a more vibrant garden, my life, which is a lot more satisfying. We all know people who seem to just be wandering through life, just living, whatever, get up, a cup of coffee, some breakfast, go to work, or don't, nap, pickleball, you know what people do. Seinfeld reruns, go to sleep, rinse and repeat. And that's what they do. And you know what? That's okay. It's a nice life. And what's wrong with that? Because we're all doing this thing, and I'll get to that in a minute, but it looks easy. It looks simple, right? It's no big deal. There's just a simple acceptance of only what's right there in front of them. And that's the way they live. And that's great. They believe that that's all they are. Are they connected to Gus? Well, everybody is. They're just not aware of it. And you know what? That's okay. Everybody is on a different part of their different journey on this time through Earth School. So wherever anybody is, that's okay. But what are we doing? Here we are. What are we looking for? Why are we not content with what we're doing? I ask myself all that time. Why do I need more? Why am I not content? Well, we are, as the universe is always expanding. We're always expanding. We get that. So it's actually not normal for us not to expand. And what are we expanding into, see? Those of us sitting here and the millions of people watching at home. We've been kind of turned on to something. We've got an inkling of something. This idea has found itself. And you've heard the phrase, that bell can't be unrung. What we believe we think we might know, or what we think we might have tripped into, we can't unsee or we can't unbelieve. So we have to go find it, because we're now starting to think there is something else out there for us. We're not starting to think it, we actually kind of know it. Sometimes we don't know what it is. We think we have a clue, and that's okay. Because if you keep tripping over clues, then that's going to keep letting us go further. And that's kind of what this is all about. But we got that. There is more. We can see it. And that's why we study. That's why we congregate. Because we like to be in the energy of like-minded seekers. I ran across this great quote. Is it a real quote if it's not attributed to anybody? I mean, somebody said it. So I'm changing it just ever so slightly. So now this is a quote by me, Dave Millard. The search only truly ends when the seeker ends. We can't accept that the search has ended because we can't accept our own end. There never was a seeker. The seeker that never was is our human self. That's a great idea, huh? I had it. I lost it. What was it? What did I lose? My knowing. I lost track of my faith. During that period of time, you see, that one hit home. I felt that when that happened. When, I call it that period that I just explained to you, that was like my faith. It sort of rolled up under the bed. I didn't know where it was, get all dusty and stuff. So I lost my faith. And faith is something that's always being tested. Really, if you pay attention, that it is. And these faith tests come to us in a variety of ways. A good example of a faith test is happening to us right now. It is the reality show masquerading as our government. It's hard not to be captivated by the daily episodes that we have. I mean, it's fascinating to watch this. And people are tuned into this. They're really tuned into what's going on. It's great theater. But what's happening? See how it's negatively affecting some people's moods? It's creating fear. It's creating uncertainty. It creates separation. It creates rifts among family. It creates rifts between friends. This is what's going on out there right now. What's going on is that we're not sure if it's going to work out. And that's uncertainty. That uncertainty is part of the human experience. It's out there. It can't touch us if we don't let it. See, we forget who we truly are sometimes. We forget what we're truly about sometimes. And if we remember, or when we remember that spiritually, take into account that bigger picture, wouldn't we inherently know that it always works out? Everything always works out. And if we can remember that, we could slide through this uncertainty, we could slide through this fear with a little more comfort and a lot more peace. Remember, it's up there somewhere. I like this. See this here? Little circle here? That's what we control. That's it. That's us. Every once in a while, we may have a little influence here. This is what we control, maybe a little influence. And then there's the whole rest of the universe. And we love to control that. Who cares? I know how to fix the world, right? You can fix yourself. I don't need to do that. I can fix the world. So remember, take care of yourself, because that spreads. This is where we get to tend our faith garden, about planting those seeds. We talk about creating a world that works for everyone. That's a bit of a big task, isn't it? That's all this. Can you actually do that? Truth is, no, quite honestly, because of this. This is all we control. But, let me hang with me for a little bit. If you plant a tomato seed, I'm pretty sure you're going to get tomatoes, yeah? Faith in the tomato? What do you have to do? We have to plant it, knowing that it's actually going to be a tomato. You got to put it in good soil. Water it every once in a while. Feed it every once in a while. Keep the weeds away from it so that it has room to grow. And then what's going to end up happening? Tomatoes. We do that. How about your seeds? What is your vision for your life? What would you really like to see? Do you have good fertilizer? Do you keep your thoughts clear? And do you feed yourself good messages on a kind of consistent level in order to keep your mind good? See? Do you have good soil? We've got the best soil ever. You know where our soil is? This part here. Our soil is the soil of the capital L law. We all use the same stuff. Our seeds are our thoughts and our visions for our lives and our desires and our dreams. And that's what's on top of that. And that feeds through the soil. And the law gives you, the soil gives you, like any soil on earth and outside of earth, gives you exactly what you put into it. And if you don't tend it, you get weeds, because it's always growing. So keep your thoughts pure. Fertilizer. Keep your vision pure. Let me do that back. Keep your vision clear, and that's the seeds. Keep your thoughts pure. That's the fertilizer. You already have your good soil, and there's no way that what you envision can't happen. And then, if you want more tomatoes, you grow more tomatoes and you share them, because you plant a bigger garden. And when we get more in line with who we are and what we want, what we're doing, we emulate a bigger garden, and then we can share that. And all of us individually have our bigger gardens, and that's how we can get together and create this world that works for everyone. And there's a lot of peace there. We can do that. And when we show that we can do that, and we show the results of it. Look what's happening here. There was a vision by Dave Friedman in the back. That this is a thriving and team. You know, it takes a team to build this, and you all know who you are. That this is going to be a thriving center. It wasn't going to be. They could see it against what they were actually seeing in real life. Because it, you know, we were preaching to ourselves there for a couple of minutes. But the seeds were planted and the faith was there. And it happened. Look at this. And it's growing. That's how that works. You all have a chance to experience this. So that's a beautiful thing. Don't let what's going on out there, don't let what you see in front of you determine what your reality is. Because you can't control this. Remember? You control this, and then this shows what it is that you're producing here. If you find yourself making excuses, when you find yourself saying things like, everything always happens to me, that's a victim mentality. Those are weeds. Use those weeds, use that awareness as a pointer to a lesson. What might this lesson be to you? When you have those thoughts, what is it suggesting? When you define yourself by your heritage or what you do. It was fun last week, I got to say. A bunch of Irish people in the room. Of course, on St. Patty's Day, everybody's Irish for a day, right? I'm like this because I'm Irish. Really? Is that why you're like this? When you allow outside influencers to determine who you are, determine your reality, that's your ego speaking. That's your little s self. That's lack mentality. More weeds. Because this part of us is temporary. That's not the big picture, but let's talk about that, the big picture. That's and the mindset that we are, that we identify us by, is temporary. I expect a couple of people here have had more than one job and more than one career. If you identify yourself by that, what you did earlier, then you're not that anymore, are you? Who are you? If you identify yourself by that and you've done this, who are you now? Well, I don't even know anymore. What is the constant between all of these careers? You. What is the constant between you in middle school and you as a teenager and you as an adult? Regardless of what you're doing, the constant is you, who it is that you are on the inside. And you know, with your relation with Gus and that whole knowingness, then that stays consistent. That the little s is fun. The little s is what we identify ourselves with, but the big S, our big S self is connection to Gus. That never changes. It's funny because, you know, I went to one of my high school reunions and you haven't changed a bit 50 years later. Kind of proves it, doesn't it? Yes, I have. I'm not as bad as anymore. You know, but we become more aware of who we are over time, more comfortable. Because it's tough growing into it sometimes. Except my daughter, she's always known who she was. My daughter, that's who I want to be when I grow up. From the Bhagavad Gita, there has never been a time when one wasn't, neither will there ever be a time when one isn't. One, whatever you call it, self, God, Brahman, Charlie, Gus, whatever, that one is always here now. And all we have to do is stop wanting it. Because wanting it, again, that's kind of a lack mentality. Why do we want it? We've already got it. It's already here. Stop seeking it. You're looking for something that's already here. Allow it. Accept it. Embrace it. Settle into the knowing that we are, that I am. Think that to yourself. I am, because you are. And we forget, and that's okay, because we're human. But at least we know what we're walking towards. And when we get this, when we accept it, when we allow it, when we embrace it, when we live it, that's when true peace happens. I got it. I lost it. I didn't really lose it. I just forgot. So remember, allow yourself to remember what's always here. And like the song says, you got it. Own it, enjoy it, and peace to all. Namaste. Thank you. And the song that you got it is one I'm going to share with you. See how I did that?
now going to give us our healing meditation. Thank you.
He is? Okay.
I like the meditation.
Okay. Well, let's have a meditation. So I invite you to sit down or sit up actually in your seat, put your feet on the floor. If you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold for just a second. Hold, and then just let it go. And feel yourself relax. Feel your face relax. Feel your muscles relax. Feel your chest relax. Your arms. Feel your legs relaxed. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel that support. Feel the support of the chair. It's comforting. You are supported. Here, there, and everywhere. Always. I'd like you now to envision that you're sitting on a rock. This rock is so comfortable. You know that it was placed here just for you. Your body fits into it perfectly. You're breathing easy. You can see forever. Safe. And now, let's envision that the rock you're sitting on is at the bottom of a lake. The water temperature is perfect. You can see forever. You're breathing easy, safe, secure. Just you and you. You are the whole world, and it is in, through, and as you. This is your safe place. This is the sanctuary. Sit in that for just a moment. As you allow your eyes to gently drift upwards, you can see the edge of the water. You can see the wind on the water. There's ruffles. Sometimes they're easy ruffles, they're ripples. Sometimes they're white caps. Sometimes it's a flat out calm. You know what that is? That's life. Bills and traffic and work, stuff. Notice that it's up there. It is not disturbing you where you are. It can't touch you where you are, in your safe space, in your own presence. It's just stuff. You're going to take care of it. But notice, it does not change you. this place that you are visiting came from within. It is you. It's Gus. It's pure. It is consistent among all of your iterations. It is eternal and infinite. You found it by going within. You didn't have to go look for it, you just allowed it. It is who you are. Remember this feeling. You can experience it whenever you like. Now you can start feeling yourself in the chair. Bring your awareness back into the room. Notice your breathing. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You don't need to go far to find yourself, it's right there. Enjoy.
Oh, David, give you. That's wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Friedman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've had such a wonderful day today. I don't know about you, but I had a great time. What a wonderful message, what a wonderful meditation. And so now it's time for our offertory. And we're going to sing a song called I Am So Blessed. Now, we don't have our usher today, so if you have a gift you'd like to give us, there's a glass bowl back here in the,
She can do it.
on the back. Oh, well, we do have an usher today, so don't put anything in the bowl. Or if you have extra, put that in the bowl. And of course, Dave has a card reader back there if you want to give your gift as a credit or debit. All right, and now we're going to sing a song all together, I Am So Blessed. And Brian, and we're going to join him.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Brian. I am so blessed. We are so blessed. And when I think about our offertory, what we talk about here from time to time is what that giving is. And it's really giving of our time, our treasure, and our talents. So those are the things that we're giving here today. Time, treasure, and talents. Thank you. That's it. There's nothing left to do except circle up if you like. You don't have to, but you